Hello, welcome to Open, everyone. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche for the next hour. Always inviting you to get social with us online, that is. Make sure to tweet us and follow us on Instagram at Bronxnet TV or like us on Facebook at Open Bronxnet Television. And of course, while you're there, don't forget, follow more on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, LinkedIn, Snapchat at Rhina Valentin. I kind of stuttered a little bit on Snapchat because, kind of going back and forth with Snapchat. Anywho, don't forget to also follow us on tweet us at Bronxnet TV, and while you're there, tweet me too at Rhina Valentin. All right, in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, the Hall of Fame Gallery at Bronx Community College has chosen to honor photojournalist Marisol Diaz. And for 25 years, she's used her camera to capture some of the most interesting stories from politics, arts, food, and more. She is the official photographer for Pregones and the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, along with Newsday, and she's also a professor at CUNY's City College. And joining us to tell us more about her work and latest exhibition, we welcome award-winning photojournalist Marisol Diaz Gordon. Hello.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rhina.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you're on fire. I mean, we had you back in like a matter of a couple of months.
A couple of months, yeah.
Well, it's really, really, really refreshing to see your work receive all the accolades that it deserves. I mean, while you have been consistently working and you've worked with various newspapers and you just continue to be a hired photographer, the fact that you're now being exhibited at 25 years, you look too young. You look too young. But it's beautiful, and congratulations on that.
Thank you. I'm really lucky that I'm getting work. I'm blessed to have work from Newsday and AM New York, a great place to work at. But they also send me out on adventures. And Entlometía que soy, nosy that I am, I don't mind going out on adventures. Just recently, I was on the High Line. They have this 1,000 opera singers on the High Line, and it was fabulous. And I thought to myself, I wouldn't know this. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my job. Like, my job lets me go to these places and see these people and just feel the energy and then capture it. But it's just, I'm blessed. So
as a matter of fact, thank you for mentioning that, because you shared it with me, and I wouldn't have known if you didn't.
Have to go. It ends October 8th.
Right, so basically they just all stand throughout the High Line, and they're all singing, and then everybody works around them or walks around them.
People just walk around them, through them, and you have people on one side, and then when it opens up in the High Line, certain parts open up more, you have multiple people singing or reciting or poetry or saying something.
Okay, beautiful. So what day is that happening?
So it's now until October 8th.
So it's every day?
High Line. You have to go online for information. Okay. I think it's free, but you have to get tickets because they need to make sure they have a certain amount of flow going through.
And then, of course, you captured it for AM New York and Newsday, right?
Yes.
All right. Yes. So, but in addition to that, you also capture our community, and I've watched you capture our community throughout the years, and your style of captivating captivating the actual subject, captivating me as the viewer. It's just, oh my gosh, that's Dr. Roscoe Brown.
So the story of Dr. Roscoe Brown, he was a red tail, Tuskegee Airman. And this was at his home a few years ago in Riverdale. So I was working with the Riverdale Press. This was February 20th.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, 2012. So interesting thing is that I went to Bronx Community College when he was president of the college. And then I find myself in his home photographing him and his medals and his planes. And there's another photo of him. And I was floored. I mean, he was telling me how in the beginning of Red Tail, the movie, there's a particular character that's portraying him.
Right.
And he was reliving his life as a red tail. He had these model planes.
Marisol.
They're gorgeous. I was honored to be his presence.
I
drooled.
know, but here's the beauty. I'm listening to you, and I want to make sure that everybody gets the gist of your photographs, right? And I'm looking at the photograph, and I'm looking at the texture of his hands, and the fact that you're able to really engage with your subjects in this manner, where you become part of their life, or you get an inkling of history, right? You get a snippet of his history, right? And it's beautiful that you get it one-on-one, and then you're capturing it on camera, and now it's on display on it, excuse me, in your solo exhibition
Yes.
at Bronx Community College, where he was the president.
Exactly.
However, he is one of
Many.
that you have captured.
Yes.
And so I want to make sure that we get through as many images as we can so
Sure.
that people understand. I mean, I know that
Yes.
you can't help yourself because you're a professor.
Oh, no,
and so
yeah.
you want to give us the history behind everything. But I want to make sure that everybody understands that this is really about seeing everyone that you've been able to capture throughout the years through
There's
your
a lot,
eyes.
and there's a lot.
And there's a lot. So what else do we have that we can share with our viewers so that we can discuss and just really talk about how you capture? Because you know, I'm not a photographer, but I wondered, you know, was that natural lighting? Did you set up lighting? I mean, look, this is beautiful. What a statement! I mean, it's
Citizenship.
So
I mean, this was no flash, natural lighting at the library in 42nd Street with the two lions on it. And that made the cover of AM New York. But at a time in which immigration is something that's on people's minds, I think it was really important to capture something like this. And again, I was lucky to see it and that she was there.
Right.
Not, you know, you
the
go
lighting,
out there.
the
yeah,
colors,
it's
just you know, the statement and the next generation.
exactly.
Yes,
I
all right.
mean,
Yeah.
so many things were happening. A lot of, again, you know, this was a graduation I was sent to shoot, but you keep your eyes open for everything and anything. And this was in Long Island, the Coliseum, but that makes a statement in itself.
Absolutely, and you know, she graduated proud.
She
Of
graduated
her
proud.
heritage,
Yes.
right? Of her religion, of her culture.
Exactly.
And you have been capturing not only Muslim and not only immigrant stories, you've captured politicians. And the beauty of it, I don't know if we're going to show, but I hope we are able to show the governor image that you have. Is that on
Yes.
display as well?
That's all on display. I have images of, I had to throw a politician in there, why not?
Right, Governor Cuomo. Yeah,
Governor
there it is.
Cuomo.
That's a nice shot. And you know why? Because aside from the fact that, yeah, this is an issue we're going through right now with the subway system, right? I'm
Yes.
assuming.
That's exactly
right?
what that is about, yes. That's exactly.
But the texture in your capturing is really what captivates the eye and I guess kind of allows you to feel like you're there.
Thank you. That's why I always hope. And one of the things that students always say is like, oh, how do you get over the fear? How do you do it? Well, you don't use your camera as a crutch. You use it as a tool to move you forward and to see the world. So when I went into the monastery and I was still a student at City College, I did that because I wanted to know what was behind the doors. When I went to the firehouse and from 1997 to 2002 and documented and stayed over, I'm not sure I'm supposed to say that, but there it is. And rode on fire trucks, and I was still a student. Why? Because I wanted to know. So those are actually up and in a portfolio. I have about 5 portfolio boxes at the show too.
Oh, wow.
So you have
So
40
it's not
plus
just what's on the
images,
wall.
and there's newspapers, and there's portfolio boxes. There's a book that I was a part of. There's work from 1993 when I started, so people can see the evolution, but that's in a box. And you would have to like go through some. I would say there's probably about 70 to 90 images, including the portfolios. I shot for the New York Mets at Shea Stadium for a couple years. Whenever I was able to go in, I shot Mike Piazza's last game with the New York Mets. Todd Zeal. I used to shoot Jose Reyes stealing second base. So I went from religion to sport to politics. I have crime. I have regular people. Sometimes students always want to know who's the most famous person, and I'm like, the most famous person I photograph, people in the community. Wherever I point my camera, that's the most famous person at that moment to me. So I can't tell you like what is the top notch because everyone is, and I think if you treat every situation that way, then you are trying to succeed in your job.
Wow. And we acknowledge you, and I would like to personally thank you on behalf of all of us here in the Bronx for making sure that we're documented and that you put us in the spotlight as just contributing citizens of our community.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank you.
And I'm going to let everybody know that the exhibition is up until the end of the month, right?
Correct, yes.
And once again, thank you for coming through,
for
and
having
thank
me.
you for capturing us. Love it. And she's quite the historian, Marisol Diaz, right? She's got a collection, and that's the Marisol Diaz collection, of work, which will be on display at the Hall Fame Gallery at the Bronx Community College for the entire month of October. And if you're interested in obtaining more information, you can visit bccc.cuny.edu, or you can just go to marisoldiaz.com. All right, we're taking a quick break, but when we return, we'll talk to the author behind the classic novel, excuse me, Bodega Dreams. When we return, don't go anywhere.